What's going on, you guys? It's RNF and I'm back with another video, and today I got something different for you. We're going to simulate the Seattle Seahawks 2016-2017 NFL season. So with week 1, we apparently lose to the Miami Dolphins 41-31. Really don't know how that happened. I mean, we were at home. Somehow Miami put up 41 points on our defense. I don't know. But Landry got a 7-yard touchdown catch in the first quarter. Hauschka and Franks both hit a field goal. And with that, Rawls got a 2-yard touchdown. Landry giving him another catch. Marshawn Lynch had a 20-yard touchdown run. This simulator isn't updated yet to the 2016 roster because Marshawn Lynch is retired, obviously, but really, who cares? How about this? Damian Williams gets a 79-yard touchdown catch. That's a little unrealistic. But looking at the stats, nothing really too special. Rashard Matthews had a 100-yard game. Russell Wilson got 207 yards. And Ryan Tannehill had 355 yards passing and 5 touchdowns. That's a bit unrealistic, but whatever. Moving on to week 2, we play the Los Angeles Rams in LA, the newly relocated team, at 1:05 p.m. on Fox. Excited for that. And we win, so we're 1-1. Todd Gurley gets a 3-yard touchdown run. Hauschka, 38-yard field goal. Lockett, 6-yard touchdown pass from Russell Wilson to make it 10-7. Stedman Bailey, 36-yard touchdown catch. Paul Richardson, good to see him back, gets a 4-yard touchdown catch. And then Hauschka seals the deal with a 48-yard field goal to make it 20-14. Doug Baldwin has a 100-yard receiving game. Marshawn and Thomas Rawls both struggle to run the ball well. Todd Gurley just does awful, and 5-yard run is his longest. Russell Wilson doesn't even get to 200 yards passing, but whatever. Bobby Wagner gets 10 tackles. Lataba Rubin gets our only sack. So this is a pretty good game for us. And how about James Laurinaitis, 17 tackles? That's insane. Moving on to week 3, we play the 49ers in Seattle at home. Excited for that also. And we win 31-21 according to the Simcast matchup. Jimmy Graham, 1-yard touchdown catch. Doug Baldwin, 6-yard touchdown catch. Tyler Lockett, 7-yard touchdown catch. Vance McDonald gets a 42-yard touchdown. Doug Baldwin gets another touchdown from 23 yards out. Torrey Smith gets a touchdown. Sean Drone, 23-yard run for a score. And then Hauschka seals the deal with no time left in the game to make it 31-21. Russell Wilson is the player of the game, as you guys can see. Overall, we played well. I do not know why we kicked the field goal with 0-0-0 left on the clock. That's none of my business. Marshawn Lynch gets a 100-yard rushing game finally. Carlos Hyde nearly gets 100 yards. Doug Baldwin, 86 yards receiving and 5 catches, 2 touchdowns. I like that. He's probably my favorite Seahawks receiver, to be honest. Russell Wilson throws 4 touchdowns. Undoubtedly the player of the game. Taba Rubin gets an interception. What the heck? Richard Sherman gets an interception also. I don't know how that happened. How did Taba Rubin get a pick? But anyway, we go up against the Jets, and we win on the road, 16-6. Let's go. We're 3-1 right now. Looking good. That's the way I want us to start. Not much going on in scoring. Curse gets the only touchdown for the Seahawks. Marshall gets a 3-yard touchdown catch. Fails the 2-point conversion. Hauschka has 3 field goals of 40-plus yards. And that's really how we won. And Russell Wilson will be your player of the game once again. Thomas Rawls, 28 yards on his day. Chris Ivory does 36 yards. Jimmy Graham, 70 yards receiving. Good to see him play well. Eric Decker, 77 yards. Russell Wilson doesn't even get to 200 yards passing. Why not? KJ Wright gets an interception. Richard Sherman gets an interception. And Jeremy Lane gets a pick also. Hauschka has not missed a single field goal yet. He had some pretty tough ones right there. We have our bye week now, so moving on to week 6, we will be playing the Atlanta Falcons at home. And after the bye week, we were 3-1. Good to see us playing well. I like that. And we win 27-20 against Atlanta. You see Shane Graham, 34-yard field goal. Thomas Rawls, 5-yard touchdown catch. Stephen Hauschka, 40 yards. Stephen Hauschka, another field goal. Shane Graham, 50 yards. Doug Baldwin, 3-yard touchdown. Thomas Rawls, 6-yard touchdown run. Julio Jones, 11-yard touchdown catch. And Freeman gets another touchdown catch to make it a 7-point game, but ultimately that's not enough. Russell Wilson is the player of the game once more. Julio Jones performs like a monster. 8 catches, 97 yards. Incredible. Matt Ryan plays well. Russell Wilson doesn't even get to 200 yards again. Tom Rubin got a sack. KJ Wright led the team with 11 tackles. That's what I like to see. But really, after this game, we are 4-1. Hauschka has not missed a single field goal just yet in the season once more. Really happy about that. He's a Pro Bowl kicker. Moving on, we played the Cardinals. And we won 21-19. What a close game. Chris Johnson, 29-yard touchdown run. Catanzaro, another field goal. Lockett gets a touchdown. Another field goal for Catanzaro again. And then Jimmy Graham gets a 1-yard touchdown catch. Doug Baldwin, an 8-yard touchdown drive. Larry Fitzgerald gets a 17-yard touchdown catch. And Seattle's defense clutches it out and stops the 2-point conversion from being converted, ultimately giving us that 21-19 win. Russell Wilson, once again, the player of the game. Just a tough fought game. Looking at the stats right here, Chris Johnson put up 121 yards on the ground and 1 touchdown. Jermaine Kearse, 3 catches, 58 yards. He led the team in yardage. Doug Baldwin led the team in catches with 4. Russell Wilson, 219 yards. Carson Palmer, 240 yards. He threw 3 interceptions. Tom Rubin gets another pick again. Why is his defensive tackle getting picks? Richard Sherman gets 2 interceptions. Come to expect it from him. Moving on to week 8, we are 5-1 and we are playing the Saints on the road, and we win 27-20. That's what I love to see. Benjamin Watson, 1-yard touchdown pass. Good for him. I like Benjamin Watson. Jermaine Kearse, 17-yard touchdown catch. Hightower, 4-yard run for a touchdown. Hauschka gets a 34-yard field goal. In the third quarter, Mark Ingram gets a 2-yard touchdown run. Thomas Rawls explodes for a 28-yard touchdown run. Hauschka, 29-yard field goal, and Doug Baldwin gets a 13-yard touchdown catch to seal the deal. Marshawn Lynch, beast mode, 118 yards rushing. He went beast mode, feast mode, anything you want to call it, but that's a good game. Russell Wilson barely got 100 yards passing in that game. That's pathetic. How do you... 116 yards? Come on. Really? Bobby Wagner had 8 tackles. Not much else to say there. Moving on to week 9, we are 6-1. We're playing the Buffalo Bills on Monday Night Football at home. Let's go. We win 30-10 in a gruesome game. I changed the weather to bad just because I can in Seattle. You don't know it rains. Graham had a touchdown. Lockett gets a touchdown. Doug Baldwin gets a touchdown. Marshawn Lynch gets a touchdown. All of those are passing touchdowns, and Russell Wilson will, of course, be your player of the game. Meanwhile, Tyrod Taylor had a touchdown pass to Charles Clay for 15 yards in the first quarter. That's really about it. LaShawn McCoy struggled. Our running back struggled. This is more of a passing game for us. 5 catches, 73 yards. I like that. 4 touchdowns total on all those receivers that caught it. Besides Marshawn, because he's not a receiver. Russell Wilson once again did not get to 200 yards passing. I do not know how. But with that, we are 7-1. Moving on to the Patriots, we play them on the road and we win 31-22. That's what I love to see. Really excited about this game. Can't wait to watch it in real life. Hopefully we do beat them bad, because I don't like New England after what happened in the Super Bowl. Really sad. Thomas Rawls gets a touchdown. Hauschka hits a whole bunch of... Actually, Hauschka only hit 1 field goal. Gostkowski hits a whole bunch of field goals. Baldwin gets a touchdown catch. Marshawn with a touchdown run. Jermaine Kearse with a touchdown pass. Touchdown catch. Marshawn Lynch is your player of the game this time. I just got so used to saying Russell Wilson. But a player that doesn't even play football anymore gets the player of the game. That's just how good Marshawn Lynch is for all you non-Marshawn Lynch fans. We're 8-1 after this. Let's look at the stats right here. Marshawn Lynch, 12 carries, 95 yards, 1 touchdown. He had a good game. LeGarrette Blount only had 87 yards. Everybody caught a whole bunch of passes from our team. That's what I like to see. KJ Wright did well. He had 10 tackles. Bobby Wagner had 10 tackles also. Russell Wilson did not get to 200 yards again. Hauschka has not missed a field goal just yet all year. He's balling. Footballing. Moving on, we play the Eagles at home. Excited to see this. And we win 29-0 in a shutout. What a game from us. I love that. This is what I'm talking about. Stephen Hauschka, 43-yard field goal to start us off. Russell Wilson, 1-yard touchdown run. Doug Baldwin, 14-yard touchdown catch. Jimmy Graham, 15-yard touchdown catch. Hauschka hits 2 more field goals to end the game. Russell Wilson is the player of the game. Would have liked it much more if we had put up 30 points, but who cares? We got a shutout. Thomas Rawls gets his first 100-yard rushing game. Good to see that. Doug Baldwin gets a touchdown catch on 4 catches for 64 yards. Jimmy Graham has 4 catches also. Not a lot of tackles, really. I expect 10 tackles a game. Russell Wilson puts up 224 yards passing. Hauschka misses his first field goal of the season, and it's a 31-yarder. Oh boy, that's not good at all. But nonetheless, we got the win in a Seahawks fashion. We play the Bucs next, and we get smacked on the road, 33-18. Oh boy, we're 9-2 now. We lost by 15. Usually, when the Seahawks lose, the most they ever lose by is 10. We haven't lost by more than 10 points in 5 years. Wow, that's shocking right there, actually. Thomas Rawls had a 47-yard touchdown run. What went wrong? Doug Martin, he exploded in the third quarter. 39-yard touchdown pass and a 63-yard touchdown run. Jeez. Oh my goodness, that is unbelievable. Mike Evans had a touchdown catch. Hauschka hit some field goals. Russell Wilson hit Jimmy Graham for a touchdown, and then Curse got the 2-point conversion. That's shocking right there, to be honest. And the Bucs weren't even a playoff team. Thomas Rawls had 122 yards rushing. Doug Martin had 124. Mike Evans had 73 yards receiving on 5 catches. Doug Baldwin had 4 on 43 catches. 43 receiving yards, excuse me. Russell Wilson didn't even throw for 100 yards. That is pathetic. Are you kidding me? Earl Thomas had 1 interception. We had 2 linebackers with double-digit tackles. That's good to see. Moving on, we play the Panthers on Sunday Night Football at home, rematch, and we win 26-11. Let's go. We are 10-2 now. Looking like we're going to get the first seed. Jimmy Graham and Tyler Lockett both caught a pair of touchdowns. Thomas Rawls had a touchdown run. Hauschka hit a field goal with 8:55 in the first quarter. Corey Bryan had an 8-yard touchdown catch, and then Newton had a 2-point conversion in the fourth quarter, early in the fourth quarter. Russell Wilson is your player of the game once more. Seems like he's the player of the game every game. I don't know why, but whatevs. Jonathan Stewart had 104 yards rushing. Thomas Rawls, give him another 100-yard game. He had a 55-yard run. 110 yards rushing on 12 carries. That's nice to see. Jimmy Graham had 84 yards receiving. I like that. Russell Wilson did not hit 200 yards passing. By the end of the season, he'll probably have like 2,000 total yards passing and like 35 touchdowns. I mean, wow. Luke Kuechly didn't get to 10 tackles. He almost did. Hauschka missed 2 field goals. Ouch. I do not like to see him missing field goals. But anyway, we play the Packers on the road. That's going to be interesting to see in Week 14. So let's head into the game right now. We are 10-2, looking to go 11-2. And this game will be on Fox. And as you guys can see, we win 13-10. Devontae Adams gets a 38-yard touchdown catch. Hauschka hits 2 field goals, 40 and 46 yards. Marshawn Lynch gets a 1-yard touchdown run. Aaron Rodgers is somehow the player of the game. I don't know how. I mean, player of the game should be from the winning team, but okay. I mean, Russell Wilson must have played terrible. 154 yards. And Aaron Rodgers put up 215 yards on the passing day. Morgan Burnett had 17 tackles. Oh my goodness. That's a safety. That's not a linebacker. That ain't no Patrick Willis or Luke Kuechly or Bobby Wagner. So we're 11-2. We move on to play the Rams on Thursday Night Football at home against St. Louis, 11-2, looking to go 12-2. And really, probably at this point, we have secured a playoff spot and also, you know, gotten the first seed. This is what I like to see. And then we finish off the season against the Cardinals and the 49ers. But anyway, we win 20-17. Todd Gurley, 3-yard touchdown pass from Case Keenum. Jermaine Kearse, 1-yard touchdown catch from Russell Wilson. Jimmy Graham had a touchdown. Jared Cook had a touchdown also. And then Todd Gurley got the 2-point conversion. Russell Wilson is once again the player of the game. This is just really surprising to me, to be honest. Like, he's just... Well, I mean, it's not surprising, but it's just he's getting it like every single game. And he's doing it with stats that aren't even that impressive. And don't you have to at least put up like 200-something yards? But anyway, let's take a look at the statistics. Marshawn Lynch almost had 100 yards. Doug Baldwin had 54 yards on 3 catches. Rams didn't even have a single receiver with more than 2 catches. That's kind of sad, really sad. Somehow Lance Kendricks got a 51-yard catch. Russell Wilson played great, even though he didn't go to 200 yards. Case Keenum only completed 8 passes. Our tackling stats were terrible in this game, while the Rams was nice. Hashkin didn't miss a single field goal, and neither did Greg Zuerlein. Moving on to Week 16 against the Arizona Cardinals. This game will be played at Century Leading Field in Seattle, and we win 31-29 to move on to 13-2. Man, I'm loving the way this season's going so far. I really hope this actually happens. We win by 2. Even though they scored 20 points in the fourth quarter, it means they had a massive comeback. Yeah, they were down 28-6 in the third quarter. But they came back, but the comeback was short, which is good because that means the Seahawks defense did not give up a fourth quarter lead like we did all season last year. It was just really sad to see. Marshawn Lynch had a pair of touchdown runs. Jimmy Graham caught a touchdown pass. Rawls even had a touchdown run. In fact, he had the longest touchdown run of any player in this game. And so Carson Palmer wins player of the game. Once again, he's on the losing team, so I don't know how that happens, but he did throw a whole bunch of touchdowns. Catanzaro had a trio of field goals. And so looking at the stats, we see that Andre Ellington led the team with 43 yards rushing, a 31-yard run. Marshawn Lynch had a 34-yard run. Larry Fitzgerald caught 8 passes for 93 yards. Wow. KJ Wright puts up 14 tackles. Otava Ribbon gets another interception. That's his 3rd one. Why is he getting so many picks? Richard Sherman gets an interception. I'm really shocked right now. Cam Chancellor apparently didn't even get a single tackle. I don't think he's even in this game. Anyway, the 49ers is our final game. And we lose. So now we're 13-3 at the end of the season. More than likely with the first seed. Sean Drone, player of the game. He had a pair of touchdown runs. Wow, I'm really surprised we lost to the 49ers. I mean, at one point they were really good, but they're not good anymore. So that's a bit coming as a surprise. Thomas Rawls had the only touchdown of the day for the Seahawks overall. Hashka had a whole bunch of field goals. 3 to be exact. Rawls had 75 yards on the ground. Carlos Hyde had 80 yards on the ground. John Drone just had a pair of touchdowns. Jimmy Graham had 76 yards and 3 catches. Earl Thomas led the Seahawks with 7 tackles in the final game of the season. And we had 6 sacks. But yeah, that'll pretty much wrap it up for me. It's RNF here. Thank you for watching. Check out my previous videos. Like, sub, comment. It's been RNF. I'm out. God bless everyone.